Hello everyone, I'm Tessellating Hexagons, and in this episode of Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon, we're going to meet a very familiar face and then beat his face in. I should have saved my introduction till after having said that, but anyway, yes, hello, this is Spyro. We're going to Frozen Altars, and as soon as we arrive, unless I do some kind of fancy jump, which I don't even know if it's possible, we're going to be apprehended by a friend, but a good kind of friend for once. There she is.
Welcome to Frozen Altars, Spyro. On behalf of the Ice Fairies, I want to grant you a special power for as long as you stay in our world.
Did you enjoy her voice? Because you will never hear it again for the rest of the game. She just vanishes, you can't talk to her ever again, and yes, as you may have noticed, for this level, and this level only, Spyro has ice breath for some reason. That's just a thing that happens. So now instead of flaming enemies, we can freeze them and then charge them. It's a minor inconvenience, and I think it's a very nice gimmick. So, this is Frozen Altars, and having read up on it, well, not recently, but I remember reading about it at some point on the, well, not official Spyro wiki, but still. Also, I forget, how do vases react? They just act like you set fire to them. Well, maybe they're getting cold burns. Well, I'll talk about it more in a moment, but here's one of the gimmicks here. I mean, ice breath is one gimmick, but here's another. Elijah Wood ducks.
Some bear sold us a laser defense system to protect us from Rhinox, but with these flippers I can't even turn it on. You'd have no trouble using it, though. Just walk inside. When you're done, press the triangle button and you'll walk back out.
It wasn't until I heard that particular NPC that I actually realized Moneybags was meant to be a bear, and even then I didn't fully acknowledge, oh hey, Moneybags sold them this crappy defense system that only, for some reason only works when a dragon uses it. But yes, what I find fascinating about this level is, according to the various documentations, it's based on Antarctica, which, I mean, obviously not, because Antarctica doesn't have any native population, so it wouldn't have natural architecture. So it could be to do with Tierra del Fuego, it could be, well, I am personally aware, because of an online song contest that I used to run, in which I played as Antarctica, which is highly unusual, but stick with it. I'm aware that Antarctica is de facto owned by 7 countries, including Argentina and Chile. So that would explain the sort of, I never know the right word for it, Aztec, Inca, Mayan, just that kind of South American, Mesoamerican, Mesopotamian, whatever architecture. And I just find the combination of that with snow to be a really, just a really nice touch. The indoor bits look so warm, and there's something that I find, pun not really intended, but legitimately cool about this level. And just, I don't know, me gusta mucho, because clearly they would speak Spanish here because architecture, and, well, in case I've left anyone hanging, there are, Antarctica is technically split into 8 sections, 2 of which are owned by Norway, and then there's also bits, according to, international law, I know, I'm talking geopolitics and it's complicated. Strictly speaking, according to international convention, you're not allowed to own Antarctica in the same way that you're not allowed to own Mars or any other astral body. So, you heard it here first, Antarctica is a planet. I thought we'd missed some gems back here. I don't know, I think there's another way up here, but just in case, just jump up on the enemy and that's how you get up there. And there is probably an easier way. But also dodos, because Antarctica, question mark. Friend.
Eustace and I were having a snowman building competition when the sorceress brought them to life with a spell. Since then, they've been stomping around, building ice walls, and generally causing trouble.
As snowmen would. So this is a fun little schnoozle. You aim for them, they scream, they shrink, they pop. That's how snowmen work. Gloobly dooble. And in case you were wondering, these guys, in fact, this is probably how you meant to get up there, but you can freeze the enemy to have a much closer jump. But yes, you can freeze the NPCs, and that's how you can platform. But yes, so Norway owns 2/8 of Antarctica, sort of, including, one of those 2 is uninhabitable. I mean, the whole continent is uninhabitable, technically, but, the worst bit, I forget which one it is, of Prince Edward Island. There's some bit that's really impossible to do anything on, and Norway technically owns that part. Hello, friend, what do you have to say?
It would be easy to get up to that treasure if you had something to stand on.
Subtle.
An ice block, yeah. That's what you need to reach that treasure. Now how are we gonna get one around here?
I just love the cack-handedness of this joke. You must freeze him, and because of ice, he's completely oblivious. But yeah, 35 gems just for free.
Purr. I don't know why, but I feel really cold.
This is a really weird thing to dedicate a physical, visceral amount of joke to, but there you go. So yeah, Norway owns 2 bits. New Zealand, Australia, the United Kingdom, France, Chile, and Argentina all own bits of Antarctica. So, I might be Queen Maud land? I don't remember. Also, when did we get so low on health? I mean, I know I just lost... Oh, wait, no, never mind. I could completely recount all of the points where we lost health, so never mind. Now, I don't think our current health impacts what happens when we go in there. I don't want to go in there. I don't like the mission that's in there. I've been constantly saying throughout this entire sequence of episodes that Evening Lake, every level in it, has that one mission, apart from Bentley's Outpost, and apart from Honey Speedway, because I swear normally the UFO mission isn't that hard. Also, you can kill enemies with this beam. It's fun. Well, I mean, technically it's torture, but you know, same difference. And I believe, yeah, you can also burst boxes, or baskets, or barrels, or boobs. You can burst boobs with this concentrated laser beam. Hello, everyone, I am concentrating laser beams. And welcome to Spyro 3, if on the dance floor. But, yeah, so every level in Evening Lake has that one mission. That over there is that one mission for Frozen Altars, because everything else about this level is so cool and original and inventive and just generally a fun time for all involved. Also, since I've not actually shown it, if you get too close to one of the snowmen, they sort of grab you and shake you and throw you away. So, that's how that works. And I don't think there's really any purpose to this one. You can just... You can murder the elephant friends, but you really don't have to, because you can just kill them by hand and get very turned around when leaving the booth. You know, the booth. The laser booth. Also, I don't know, I was going to criticize it, but thinking about it, I guess that kind of makes sense in terms of Antarctic technology, I guess. But the idea of creating fire and laser beams using heavily concentrated sunlight, well, I mean, if you're careful about it, then yeah, you could probably use, like, lenses made of ice, like you have to in the Mild Escape series, and, like, concentrate beams of sunlight and make a laser. I guess that's actually surprisingly plausible. Just another string to the bow of this level's coolness, alongside its general freezy-weezy-tude. Freezy-weezy-tude. Huh. Can I get over here? I believe I can. I did! I was all ready to be set up to have failed, and then I did not. Now, there's probably some way of... Oh, hello, Egg. Of glitching into the Bentley mission early. Like, if you went here before you went to Bentley's Outpost, you probably could glitch your way in through a well-placed proxy jump or something. I don't actually know, because despite everything that I've said and portrayed myself as, I'm not actually an expert on breaking this game in any capacity. I just know bits and bobs. Now, can I get up here? No. I paid the penalty for it. And we don't really have a back cut because I didn't go to the end of the level yet, so I'll just see you around the other side. I suppose this is a sign that I should probably just go to the end of the level just in case that happens again, so we'll just head this way. Don't worry, I didn't forget about this way. Hello, friend. Open the door, because that's the door we were just on the other side of. Hello, friend.
Thanks for helping out, Spyro. Why don't you take this? The Rhinox were trying to fry it with a laser, but you stopped them just in time.
I did not do shit. All I did was talk to yet another duck whose name begins with E, Alex notwithstanding. Yeah, I don't really get what the... Oh, it's Yada! She's gonna get pregnant and then represent Macedonia at Eurovision. That was obtuse. I don't really get what the naming convention of the ducks here is, or why they're even ducks for that matter. Now, I don't remember whether it was Icy Peak or here, and I'm going to test the thing here. So, Moneybags, hello friend.
Say, Spyro, you're a sports fan, aren't you? As you probably know, Frozen Altars is the birthplace of the great sport of cat hockey. Today's match is sold out, of course, but I just happen to have a spare ticket that I'll sell you for, say, a teensy-weensy markup. Off you go then, but you'll regret it. Many years from now, you'll sit on your old dragon haunches and wish with all your might that you could have just one more chance to see a game of cat hockey. Head on in, Spyro. It should be a thrilling match. In fact, I've even placed a little wager on the Rhinoc team. Let's just hope the local team doesn't have any last-minute accidents.
I forgot how fucking dark this was. We're gonna go in there in a moment, and for some reason he's immune to being frozen. But we'll finish our business out here first. So, that isn't the one. It must have been the one in Icy Peak then. I know at some point, if you say no to Moneybags, he'll say, "What are you saving your money for? Another sequel?" and just sick burn. Because we all know how Enter the Dragonfly turned out, and we all don't want to recall. So, also I like this pattern here, pink and purple, in a cold place. Now, one thing that I've been looking for a moment to interject with, the vocal sample, well, I don't even know if it is vocal, but the vocal sounding sample in this track, that's not how you get up here. How do I get up there? Oh, wait, it's obvious. Just go from this pyramid from earlier. Just literally just jump round the corner. All for 2 gems, mind you. That's probably why you can't make that jump, so you can't just skip half the level. So, the vocal sample, or whatever, is it just me, or does it just sound like butter your nut and die? Just over and over again. That could just entirely be me. We all know I'm a bit strange in the head like that. Also, I cannot remember where those last few gems are because they're not here. Hockey times!
I challenged a Rhinoc to a traditional game of cat hockey, but I think I sprained my flipper during training. Would you mind taking my place?
See, Moneybags must have orchestrated that because Sneeve.
Great. Freeze the cats and push them into my goal to score.
Well, I forget which one his goal is, and I want to say it's the one that we're just emerging from now. So it's kind of like Colossus hockey, but with cats for some reason. It's cute and bizarre, and as a feline, I approve. Honk. Oh, he honked also. You slop your fuck. I'm too busy collecting cats. It's what I do. And I love how you persuade them to stay in the goal. Because there's a scratching post and they're just like, whooing. Now, I feel like this could take a turn for the crystal popcorn. If you aren't freezy and wheezy about disposing of the Rhinoc. Like, you have to go for the ones that he's going for, get a whole chungle of cats all in a row. Stay in the goal. Well, I've almost won. I just need to get one more into the ribbon. Does that count, or is that one just perpetually frozen? Oh, there's Sabertooth as well!
Well done. I think you deserve to keep the Champions Cup.
I think there's a second round to this. Otherwise, is this the one I'm thinking? It is. This is just a precious dragon. What the fuck was that? Now, is there a second round? I genuinely don't recall.
You gave that Rhinoc such a drubbing. He's retired from the sport for good.
Huh. I could swear there was a second round to that. Apparently not. Well, I guess we're just heading back to the bad place then. I'm missing gems somewhere and I cannot remember where. This is going to bug my bugs. I have no explanation for that. Unless, like, I know these sort of turret parapet things, you can, with a well-placed jump, get on top of them. I feel like that's only if you're doing, like, a glitchy speedrun flavored thing. It's not required. Also, the fodder here, they look like 5 gems from a distance. Ugh. Sad Susan. I don't know who Sad Susan is. I wonder if she's a friend of Susie Spoon. Ah. Thank you, Sparks. Point me in a direction. Wow. Really? They were right next to the start. I am a parallelogram eating toast on a Wednesday morning, but it's actually Friday. Anyway, here's the thing that sucks the most fucks in this entire level. It's a Bentley thing, and, well, it's a Bentley thing.
Ah, Spyro. I've just received word from my little brother. He appears to be having some trouble with a Yeti.
I hate this so much.
Fat dumb Yeti took my ball. I told him to give it back or you'd kick his lousy butt, but he wouldn't listen.
Yeah, I don't want to do this. There is a skill point for beating the Yeti in 2 rounds. It gives you 3 to work with, I think. It's not a fun time.
I knew you'd do it! Go and show him not to mess with us! Remember to block his eye punches and hit him low when he tries to block.
Right. Important thing to note. Hookaroo. But also, according to the developers of the game, ignore all of this apart from the square button. I don't know how well that works, but supposedly that's the dev strats. Just don't bother with the powerful punch, because otherwise you won't have enough, like, all you'll do is spend forever winding up to punch, and just keep walking towards him and spamming the button. That's it. That's the entire strat, and we'll have a bad time doing it. Except, as you can see, it's not easy. It's not fun. It's an unfun time. So just pin him in the corner, and spam the button, hope for the best, and suffer in so doing. It's not easy! I will just cut to my successful attempt because I hate this so much, and you can clearly see why. He just gave up after a while, so that was cool. All I did was alternate between high punches and low punches, so that was tasty.
You really showed him. Hey, wait a minute, this isn't my ball.
Problem is, we beat him in 1 round and got an egg, and I already said there's a skill point for beating him in 2 rounds. Because there's a second round to this, and oh god, I'm having so much fun! I hate this mission so much!
You should go back and kick his butt again. Make him give me my ball back.
I'm not even gonna bother showing anything other than my successful attempt. It's like the Haitian chickens from Sly Cooper all over again, but worse. Much worse.
This time it'll be a 3-round match, and when you win, don't let him send you off with a stupid egg.
He probably will.
Only 2 more rounds to go. You're doing great.
Oh my god, I did it. And I think I did it in 2 rounds. Oh my fucking wow. I don't even know how many attempts that took me, but I did it.
This isn't my ball. It's just another stupid egg.
Hey, don't insult the eggs. They hatch into something useful. Unlike this entire mission, question mark. I hate that so much. Admission, I think there was only 3 or 4 attempts, but still, that is so fucking hard. And when I do finally do it, I do it on the skill point attempt. What are the even odds of that? That was so unfun. That was so unfun. But at least we're done. Oh. I hate that so much. Like, there's nothing else I can say other than I hate that so much. I hate that so much. I hate it so much. It's such an arse garbage. Like, I don't know how much that you saw and how much it looks like. I don't know how bad that looks from a viewer point of view. Because, like, sometimes it would look like I'm just standing there and letting him hit me. No, the controls are so hot, beefy garbage, unresponsive. Like, the Yeti has longer arms than you, and this is going to sound like a wave of excuses, but it's true. The Yeti has longer arms, so he can hit you from further away. He has less charge-up time and less cooldown time, so he can hit you more quickly, and sometimes Bentley just flat out ignores you when you say, hey, jump, or hey, well, not jump, but, like, you know, move, attack, literally do anything. Like, I was mashing the button, sometimes it wouldn't do anything, so that was fun. Now, I'm going to end the episode now just because I don't know, like, I've got a fair bit to cut out, so it should be about 20 minutes, so we'll just talk to our friends and see what's become of them.
Why don't you ask around the other worlds to see if you can get me some help to build this rocket?
Because, of course, logical progression is hot air balloon, whirligig rocket. Bentley, you have nothing to say, you're just going to stand there doing the clipping through the leg, doing the Sergeant Bird version of T-posing. the Bentley version of Sergeant Buzzty Buzzing. Well, I can't. That's the sign I should end the episode. I can't even speak anymore. So I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. In the next episode, probably Lost Fleet. I would say it's the least garbage of the worlds here. It really isn't, and I don't like it, and I don't like its music, but that's a story for the next episode. See you then for that, and at least we've done the boxing now. That was an interesting arse shot of Spyro there. See you next time for that.